Hello Giants fans, welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The Giants beat the Pirates again today, 2-0. They shut them out. They were facing former Giant Tyler Beede on the mound for the Giants. And Beede, he just did not turn out with the Giants, but his ERA, I checked it, it does look pretty good overall with his major league performance this year in 2022. So the Pirates got him. Maybe they're doing the same thing to him as they really did with Chris Stratton, another former Giants pitcher who was pretty much terrible during his run with the Giants. He did join the bullpen and become an effective reliever for the Giants, but now Tyler Beede does appear to be in their rotation because he started tonight against the Giants. And the Giants scored on a double from Jock Peterson and another home run from LaMonte Wade Jr. His power is absolutely ramping up there. I mean, we're just seeing Wade hit a lot of these home runs that are helping the Giants. And Logan Webb went 8 scoreless innings today. He was absolutely great. I think the really interesting thing about Webb's performance was that Kapler left him in even when he was in a jam in the 8th inning. I mean, usually that's a sign that your starting pitcher is tired. It's typical when a starter is he's going deeper than starters usually go in a game. When he's in something like the 8th inning, definitely in the 9th, but I think usually in the 8th it's typical for a manager to take the starter out if he's putting runners on base, if he gets into trouble. But Kapler did not do that with Webb this time. And even after Webb walked Bryan Reynolds to load the bases with 2 outs, Kapler let him stay in, and not just stay in, but to face the left-handed hitter Ben Gamel. And Webb is a righty. Kapler let him stay in after walking Reynolds with 2 outs and the bases loaded, clinging to a 2-0 lead, to face Ben Gamel, the left-handed hitter, and Webb struck him out. And probably, you just think about it, but probably Kapler realized that he couldn't really trust his bullpen to pitch him out of jams because that's been a recent issue for the Giants. I mean, Alex Young got out of one last night, but I understand Gabe Kapler not really feeling super confident in his bullpen in a close game in the late innings, that they're really going to strand all of the runners on base, because that's just been the Giants' Achilles heel in the last few weeks, done a lot of damage for them. Logan Webb has been just a very consistently good starter this year, and he'd been pitching well all game, so Kapler made a smart move by letting Webb stay in, even though it was in the 8th inning, even though most managers would probably say, okay, the starter's probably getting tired right now. He let Webb get out of the bases loaded jam in the 8th inning with a strikeout. Webb did it. He has 8 scoreless innings, so the right move by Kapler. I wouldn't have wanted to see anyone come in from the bullpen at this time. Webb would have been my choice too, and Kapler stuck with him. Webb got the job done, pitched a very high leverage inning, pitched a scoreless 8th inning, so starter going 8 innings, it saves your bullpen, and Webb was in good form just the whole way through. Then Camilo Doval got the save in the 9th inning. And Webb ended up throwing 99 pitches tonight, so let's say Kapler had left Webb in for the 9th inning. What would have happened? Well, I mean, he might have thrown a complete game. That would have been really neat, but I understand. You want to be sensitive to your starting pitcher's pitch count. And honestly, I think that it's more dangerous for a pitcher to throw above 100 pitches than it is even to pitch on short rest. And I don't say this, I'm not making up my own reasoning here. I've done a lot of reading in the book Baseball Between the Numbers, which is basically by a lot of analysts from Baseball Prospectus. I don't agree necessarily with everything that's in there, but I think what they say about starting pitching and what is likely to either decrease a pitcher's performance or increase the risk of injury. And what they say basically is that having a 4-man rotation, having pitchers start on 3 days rest is not dangerous, but throwing too many pitches in a single game is. That's something I agree with. Hey, you know what I want? I want to go back to the 4-man rotation Starting pitchers, for all I can see, can throw on 3 days rest. I don't, what's up with this 4 days rest thing? I would go back to the 4-man rotation if I had my choice. They are very capable of pitching on 3 days rest. But I do think it may be more dangerous to stretch a pitcher in a particular game past the number of pitches he should really be throwing, which is about 100. So as far as taking Webb out of this game, that was the correct move. But just as a side note, I want a 4-man rotation. Starting pitchers don't need to be lazy. They can throw on 3 days rest. It shouldn't be a problem. It's just, where did that go? Of course, I'm getting off topic. The point is the Giants beat the Pirates today, shut them out, went from starter to closer, and Doval has been getting those saves. He also got the save yesterday, so he locked it down. Just great work great decision making by Kapler to leave Webb in to get out of his own runners on jam. I just think, given the Giants' current situation, it was the best thing to do, and Webb got out of it. So the Giants take the second of a 3-game series here against the Pirates. So we can go for a sweep here. Tomorrow, I believe it'll be Alex Wood, so we'll see how he does, and the Pirates are considerably below 500. So the Giants are turning this around, figuring out again how to win. Another win, and they will be back at 500. There's still plenty of time in the season left to do something. So the Giants, we're seeing them as momentarily quite hot. See how they do in the future. There's time to turn this thing around. Depends how the roster, I would say they have the raw stuff, to be honest. It really depends how everything with the roster coordinates. I mean, it might sound obvious, but that's what makes the difference between a playoff run and not a playoff run for a lot of teams, I think. And the Giants, it might just be one of those. It's just I gotta say, this is a precarious spot right now with the Giants. It's really a swing spot. Like, it could go seriously one way or the other, and we could find that out which way it's going to go very soon. The Giants have an opportunity. It didn't look like it, maybe back by the trade deadline, but here we are. The Giants are here. They're on the living side of things in baseball, not the dead side. Giants are in the mix. They have a chance to swing things their way. It's not too late. They have an opportunity to get to the playoffs right here. It depends how things swing from here. So that is how critical the current situation is. Again, great job by the Giants, both tonight and last night, in holding a lead that they needed to hold in the late innings of a game, so they don't need to play in extra innings or anything. Just can get the job done, get the out. So the fight is on. We're going to see a big battle in the upcoming weeks. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not. Also, please email me at gabrielvaughn89@gmail.com with any questions or comments. Thank you once again. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.